Hello Stampers, my name is Linda Bedinger and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Denver, Colorado. And this is my buddy Puccini, who helps me in the craft room. And my grandson is off playing, so he won't be in the video for this one. And I have a fun little project for you today. I needed to make a little box to put a present in, a scarf and a pair of earrings for a good friend for her birthday, and I thought, why not show? I haven't done a box on the video for quite some time, and it's very simple. It uses I think 3 or 4 pieces of paper, and it's just as simple as it can be. So let's just get started. Here is my box, and mine just says happy birthday on it, and on the inside I've just made it like this using this from Perennial Lavender, I think it's called, and I put this piece on top of it, put these 2 little pieces inside here to reinforce it, and it's as simple as anything, and you can make your own. I usually try to keep a couple of these boxes on hand. So on this next one, I know I'm going to need another one that says birthday, so I'm going to do that. What you need to make this box is you need basically 2 pieces of paper, and these 2 pieces of paper, this one is 6 inches by 6 inches. Let's see, put it on here. Yep, 6 inches by 6 inches, and this piece is 7 inches by 7 inches. And I'm going to show you right from the get-go. And in fact, if you didn't want to reinforce this, you really wouldn't have to. The paper is strong enough to hold something simple like a scarf or a pair of earrings, or even some homemade cookies. It would be lovely to do something like that. And you can get away with this by just using these 2 pieces of paper. Now, I cut this piece of paper to go on the top so I can stamp my greeting right across here. And then I did cut 2 pieces, and let's see, this piece is 4 1/4 by 4 1/4, and this piece is just a tiny bit, there's 2 of them, and they're a tiny bit under 4 1/2 by 4 1/2, and I'm going to show you what I mean by that. I'm going to bring out my trimmer here. So these pieces, if I put this at the 4 1/2 mark, you see I'm a little short of the cutting, so I moved it in so that I could see that 4 1/2 inch mark on this side, and that makes it fit inside the top and the bottom just perfectly with a little bit of a margin. And you can make this so that even with just regular standard paper, you can increase this by 1 inch on either side. So this would be 8 by 8, and this would be 7 by 7, and make a little bit bigger box than this. It would be just an inch bigger all the way around, or on 2 sides anyway. I'm going to bring in my trimmer, and I am going to 6 by 6, and we're going to score that at 3/4 of an inch on all 4 sides. So 3/4, and then 3/4, 3/4, and the last one 3/4 of an inch. And then I'm going to fold and burnish this. This is going to be our lid. So we'll just burnish these lines across here, and you should use your bone folder, although doing this with your fingers or your fingernail is good because this paper isn't as strong as cardstock because it's just designer series paper, although this one's pretty hefty, so it's not bad at all. Okay, so there we go, and burnish this last one just with my nails. There we go. All right, now this one we're going to score at 1¼ inch all the way around. So I'm going to set that at the 1¼ inch mark and go ahead and make my score marks. So 1¼ and that is all the scoring that you have to do. Okay, we're going to go ahead and burnish these lines as well on here. And this is going to be our box bottom. And that score lines on this are just a little bit deeper to give us a little bit more space inside the box. All right. So there we go. We're going to cut out a little tiny bit of a wedge on either side of this score line, and I'm talking about really little. Just that little piece right there is all we need, and we're going to do that on both sides. So on this side, I'm going to come up to this score line here, and I'm going to take out that score line in the middle there. There we go. That's what it's going to look like. And that is all the cutting we have to do. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to take my, oh, here comes my buddy. I'm going to have to go find something else to do. Oh no, he's going to sit down right here. Well, we'll try and work around him. All right, so what I'm going to do is put some Tombow on the back side of this flap here. And I'm going to put that to the inside and put those two corners together. And hold that down till Tombow get its grip. Same thing on this side, and we're going to do that to both boxes, and I'll speed through this so that you can just see what it is I'm doing. And there's two ends made. Okay, same thing on the other side. And there our lid is done, and it is got nice crisp corners. I'll set that to the side, and we're going to do the same to the bottom. Okay, that is our box bottom and our box lid complete. Now I should be able to just put this right on the top like this and close up our box. And there we have it. There's your little box. I did use a little bit different paper on this one. All right, so the next thing we're going to do is take this piece, and I took a happy birthday from Go To Greetings and a little bit of Memento ink, which I'm going to just go ahead and stamp along here. And these butterflies, I think maybe that's the top of this. And so I'm going to stamp this happy birthday right here in the center. There we go. All right. And then on this one, I thought I would use different ribbon. I think the ribbon I used on the other one is actually retired. This stuff has got this pretty peacock color in it, and that is on the box. So I'm going to use this one to make the bow on this one with Puccini's help. Okay, I'm going to have to eject Puccini. Get him to go find something else to do while I make my bow. Otherwise, it'll take a year. This ribbon is really pretty, and it's got those little metal flecks in it, so it's very, very attractive. And I'm just going to cut my bow ends here like this. There we go. Set that to the side, and I'm going to put my bow right up here, and I'm going to use some glue dough. And set my bow right along there. And there is my happy birthday message for the top of my box. Now what we're going to do is put this on here. Well, let me put those other pieces in first. So I have these two pieces that were just slightly under 4.5, and I'm going to put some Tombow glue on these right here in the corners and then along the middle, and I'm going to put this upside down in here and set that in place to reinforce the bottom of that little box. And I'm going to do the same thing with this one in the top part of the box. So I'm going to add my Tombow glue and put that into place right in here, and they fit just perfectly. Now my box is reinforced. I'll just put that glue down, make sure that it's all down the way I want it. Then on my lid, I'm going to add this piece, and I'm also going to use Tombow for it. Put a little bit of Tombow on the corners and then in the center of this, and put this in place here. And there I've got a little box that didn't take much time to make at all. They're very quick. And it says happy birthday, and I'm going to go ahead and put my box together, and there we have it. So that is my project for the day. Thank you so much for stopping by my YouTube channel today. I do so appreciate it. And if you don't already have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, well, I'd love to be your demonstrator, or you could join my team. It's always a good thing to join Stampin' Up! $125 worth of product for $99, and you get your first full quarter to make your first minimum. And since this quarter's already started with June, you would be able to go June, July, August, September, all the way to October before you had to complete your first minimum. And there it is, simple enough. And this is the dimensions for which, if you keep a little folder with them in there, you could put those dimensions in, and anytime you need a little box for a gift, or make a box bottoms for organization on your desk, and just reinforce them, make them out of cardstock so they're a little bit stronger. Yeah, and then you could glue a couple of them together. You can reduce the size of them and make them smaller and glue them together and keep different things in them. They're just very versatile little boxes and very simple to make. Anyway, that's it for me today. I will be back soon with more cards, more projects, and more tips. Bye.